You know, there are a lot of crazy things that came as a result of this insanity with respect to the virus. And one of the things that sort of manifested itself was we decided that we were going to isolate those that were healthy. And no one really knew what was going on. So initially when they were talking about, save the spread from getting worse and, help us out by, locking up for a couple of weeks or whatever, no one really thought it was a big deal, except for one thing. When it became a little bit more permanent and 2 weeks turned into a month and a month turned into 2 months and 2 months turned into a year and a year turned into a year and a half, one of the really, really crazy unintended consequences that came forth was parents all of a sudden had to supervise their children while their children were getting an education at home. And one of the crazy things that started was parents were beginning to realize the insanity that their foolish school teachers were teaching them. Then it got to the point when parents began to see the craziness of what was happening. They started getting involved and they said, hey, what's going on? We want to know more about this. And then these teachers basically said, parents, you don't have a right to look and watch me teach. You can't do that. And believe it or not, administrators supported that nonsense. And praise God, you amazing parents fought back. Praise God, you took a stand. Now we find ourselves in Loudoun County, who amongst all of the schools tend to be one of the worst with respect to its critical race theory teaching, its curriculum, all of its garbage, probably has curriculum that's coming from the Attorney General's son, who knows many schools are. They have now decided that if a parent does want to actually look at the curriculum, they have to sign kind of like an NDA style agreement, meaning you can look at this curriculum, but you cannot talk about it. You can't share it with anybody else. You can't disclose it. Now, why in the world would any school want to keep from a concerned parent showing them what curriculum it is that their child is being taught? And why in the world would they not want to model it for everybody else if it was something that was so admirable? I'll tell you why. Because they're dirty as all heck. That's exactly why. Because these people are not upright. These people are dark and demonic and they're evil. And I'm not even surprised by the fact, actually I kind of am surprised by the fact that this national school board association actually apologized for the first letter that they wrote to Biden. It was a real shock to me. But the reality of it is parents they need to be owed an apology for all of this nonsense that's actually going on. Now, here's what I would say. It's a real simple statement. Hold the line. Hold the line. Demand to know what your children are being taught. Do not allow yourself to be muzzled. Do not allow yourself to be censored. Do not put yourself in a position where you self-censor. Stand up for the truth and fight these evildoers because your children's well-being depend on it. Fight the good fight. That's the call that God has given us. Let's fight it well. Love you guys. God bless you.